Highlanders Football Club and Ngezi Platinum are entertained for 90 minutes as they dished out some captivating football, yet to settle for a draw in a match that for the fans' sake really needed a winner. It almost got one from the penalty spot, but for the heroics of Ngezi keeper Nelson Chajga. On a day that defines the vibe at Barbourfields Stadium, where the hospitality stimulates even the visitors beyond control, the Highlanders Ngezi tie was yet another great showcase of the local game, both on and off the pitch. Plenty were left wishing the game would never come to an end. But all good things do, and the Sunday contest concluded with the share of the spoils. The big game had begun with the Highlanders on the front foot. Ashford Fire's cross from the left headed straight into the arms of Ngezi goalkeeper Nelson Chajga by bustling Ngobile Ndlovu. Before the fans had settled, Ngobile was knocking again, but so was Chajga defiant as he went down to tip on Ndlovu's left-footed shot away for a corner. The defending champions' first real threat at the Highlanders goal came off a corner kick, also negligent on the blind side, but Kudzai Chigwida shot tamely into the arms of Highlanders keeper Reward Musa. With Ashford Fire proficient in bringing in the crosses, it was left to the Boso strikers to finish off Fire's deliveries, but on the occasions they were on target, Chajga was on hand to neutralize danger. As Boso tried left, right and center, the results remained fruitless and Ngezi continued to suffocate Highlanders' raids. There's no doubt Highlanders bullied Ngezi most of the first half. For a moment you would have thought they were the champions, only to be reminded that to win the title you have to be prolific in front of goal, hence the sobering reality why Highlanders have not won the title since 2006, then returned to the fore. Yet the defending champions would also not be any better in front of goal, and likewise the sobering reality why perhaps they have not scored in 4 straight games coming into the Barbourfields tie also came to the fore. You would have thought that when they played their way behind the Highlanders defence on the 27th minute, they would finally break the dark, but Obrel Chirinda spiraled his shot to the below end grandstands. A minute later, Madamburo again stretched the Boso at the back, and Nigel Makumbe receiving a long ball from the back to turn around Arthur Ndlovu before unleashing a screamer that flashed across the face of goal. Highlanders almost broke the deadlock on the half-hour mark after marvelous Chikumira's corner deceived everyone in the box to land on Peter Mutua, who directed his header to the perimeter fence. In perhaps Highlanders' most exciting move of the half, Ashford Faira and Makinon Mushore began it all deep in their half, Faira receiving the return pass to pick up Marvin Sibanda. Without delay, he laid on to Godfrey Makaruse, who struck with his weaker right foot, summoning Chajga into a double-handed save. Ngezi Platinum finally cracked on the 38th minute when Boso struck gold after Ngobile Ndlovu laid for Brighton Ngube, who showed a great technique with a quickly taken shot that surprised Chajga, and by the time he attempted a dive, it was shaking the nets. 1-0 at last. Having tasted blood, the Highlanders wanted more, and a minute after their goal, they were paying for more. Makidon Mushore receiving a return passer from Ngobile to sell the Ngezi defense a dummy, but with his initial shot blocked, he laid for Marvin Sibanda, who rifled home. The effort ruled illegal as Ngobile had straight offside in the build-up. So 1-0 at halftime, the big crowd are getting their money's worth in a game that had everything, though more goals could spice it up into a classic. Ngezi returned a different side in the second half. Coach Teksho Chiragui and his technical team ringing no less than 3 changes at the break. Believe it, the champions were level on their first dangerous break of the second half. New signing Tino Tendameke coming on as a halftime substitute to whip a wicked cross into the box for another sub, Cloud Mapoka, to nod home a free header that gave Reward Musa no chance. Having struck it rich, the Platinum Miners dug in and wanted more. Leslie Kashtigu arrowed his free kick straight at keeper Musa. Suddenly both teams appeared to be trying too hard, and at the other end, Ngobile Ndlovu would try his luck from way outside the box. Nelson Chajga never troubled to make a routine save. Chajga got busy on the 63rd minute after marvelous Chikumira flashed past his marker on the right to slice a low cross into the box that was flicked goalwards by Brighton Ngube. Chinani tipped it around the right-hand post. Highlanders had to be careful not to leave themselves exposed at the back in search of a winner, and they would almost pay the price after an immaculate Ngezi move carved the Highlanders midfield open, and with goal scorer Mapoka running through, it would take the crucial intervention of Arthur Ndlovu to avert danger. A big moment of the match arrived in the 64th minute when Marvin Sibanda raced onto an Ashford Fire cross in the box and appeared to come down softly under challenge from Obrel Chirinda. Referee Owen Manenda let play flow, but the far side assistant Melody Nguben noticed an infringement and a penalty was awarded. With Boso seemingly headed to restore their lead, Nelson Chajga dived to his right to deny Melika Ngube, and the score had remained 1-1. The miss did not seem to dampen the Highlander spirit, and they maintained the pressure, though they appeared to take one too many passes where opportunity to strike at goal seemed to avail itself. Were still after the penalty miss, the fear factor crept into their game and they were now passing responsibility to the next man. They say fortune favors the brave. With less than 5 minutes to go, Marvelous Chikumira would clear Takunda Benura's header from the line, and at the other end, Chajga was not taking chances with Ngobele Ndlovu's header diving full stretch despite that it looked headed for the perimeter fence. With the match set for a share of the spoils, Ngezi almost stole a winner off a slick move that eventually created space for Nigel Makumbe to strike at goal, but his shot flew to the terraces and the game was done. Entertaining 1-1 draw at Barbourfields, the champions adding yet another draw to their 4-match winless streak to make it 5 draws in a row. They put up a good account of themselves though before the vociferous Barbourfields crowd, and they will certainly take a point, what more after also surviving a second half penalty scare. On the other hand, the Highlanders just have to learn to kill off games, especially when they dominate, as so often they fizzle off as the game progresses. Given the penalty miss, they are likely to look back at the big match as 2 points lost than 1 gained. For the Premier Soccer League at Barbourfields Stadium in Bulawayo, I'm Thandazani Zimbwa.